Welcome back to New Mystery of the Emblem Heroes of Light and Shadow for Chapter 11, Anri's Wyverns. Wait. Oh, I was not looking forward to this chapter, and you'll see why. Oh, you'll see why very soon. Okay, basically, seeking the Light Sphere, we have to head towards the Tower of Thebes. You might remember Thebes from Shadow Dragon. It was the place where Garnet had made his hideout. Well, last time, Goto sent us over there using his warp magic. It was a damn good thing that he did, because getting there on foot, well, you have to go through the Desert of Death. And believe me when they say, the game is not exaggerating with that title. Yep, that ominous build-up is not for nothing. This place, this chapter, alright. And apparently, in the universe of Mystery of the Emblem, wearing a mask means that no one recognizes you. Because seriously, okay, this is my thing. Masks must have some kind of spell cast on them that makes it so that anyone who's wearing a mask, no one will recognize them. Because if it weren't for that, how the hell would no one realize who Sirius really is? Anyway, here we have a giant desert. And here we have some bandits. And here we have some... Hi, Wyverns, I hate you. I hate you so much. Very soon, you, viewers, are gonna realize just how much I hate Wyverns and why. But you could probably guess. Take a look at that movement range. Oh, by the way, keep in mind that Swordmaster, he'll be important later. Look at that sword he's got. Whoa. Yes, he's carrying the Master Sword. Oh, and hey, a familiar face. But anyway, Master Sword, has no relation to Zelda, by the way, despite the fact that Link to the Past, the first Zelda game that had the Master Sword, actually did come out a bit before this. We'll talk more about the Master Sword later, but, firstly, we have a conversation with Merrick here. Yeah, apparently he's not too familiar with Anri's Way, but basically, yes, these lands we're gonna go through, we are going through Dragon territory. This is not good. Now, you remember that, yeah, now Merrick is mentioning Wyverns. Yeah, okay, it's a good thing Wyverns have weaknesses. Yeah, and Merrick does say, yeah, Wyverns are dangerous. You better believe his warning, trust me. Anyway, here's a conversation about Jake, and yeah, what I was saying, yeah, we'll get more of the Master Sword later, and we'll go on more about Wyverns later. Honestly, seriously, Wyverns, the only thing in all gaming I probably hate more than Wyverns is Yetis. But, yes, as you could tell, if you looked over the map, you might have seen, Jake appear on the map. Jake is, yeah, a Grustian ballistician. But you probably didn't see any ballista there. Yep, unfortunately, despite Jake returning in this game, he didn't return in the original Mystery of the Emblem, by the way. He was even cut out of Book 1. Sad for him. Anyway. We actually don't get any playable ballisticians in this game. Which is a shame because I really liked them back in Shadow Dragon. They were a really interesting class, and there was something kind of fresh and new about them. And you could do some interesting tactics with them, such as, you know, picking off healers from a long distance. They're actually really quite fun to use, and it's annoying that they're not in this game anymore. Unfortunately, the enemies love to spam them, but yeah. So anyway, basically, Hardin has become a slave of the Dark Sphere. If we want to save him, we need the Light Sphere. So we're going to the Ice Dragon Shrine. You might remember, Bantu mentioned that place way back in Chapter 8. Yep, certainly, that definitely wasn't a Chekhov's gun. You know if someone mentions a place like that, you know you're going to have to go there eventually. But first, we must cross the Desert of Death. Dun dun dun! And believe me, they're not exaggerating. Oh, they are not exaggerating. They are not exaggerating in the least. So, we get 11 units back. Still 11, not 12. I would have liked there to be 12, so we're going to have to dump someone. Well, of course, we're dumping Horus, but we're going to have to dump someone else. Because, yeah, I there's a certain character who I would like to put in the party. Right, we need Sirius. We certainly need Ryan. We definitely need Ryan. Okay, in this chapter, you want to bring bow users. If you've got a main bow user, bring them. You also want to bring magic users who can, at the very least, use Shaver. You may want to bring Merrick too, because Excalibur is also effective against flyers, and you need something effective against flyers in this chapter. I think I may have to dump Bast here. He's higher level than the rest of the characters I've got. So, we need a mage, and most people would use Merrick or Linda here. Me, I'm going to go for something different. I'm going to use our resident Draco and Liverpants, Elrin. But first I'm going to have to kick out someone. Oh, we're still deliberating here. Yeah, I said one bar. Anyway, yep, Elrin is coming for this chapter. And of course, you also want mages, because mages can move unhindered in desert. What, you thought the previous desert chapter was the only desert in this game? Nope. This is the real obligatory desert chapter, I'd say. And remember how the last desert chapter? Yep, give him Shaver. Remember that Shaver tome you got all the way back in chapter 4? You want to save it for now. Yep, as tempting as it is to use it earlier... Sorry. As tempting as it is to use it earlier, because it's basically the magical equivalent of a killer weapon, don't. Save it for now, you'll be glad you did. And you want to save as many good bows as possible for now too. Now also, remember Minerva back then? She came with a dragon pike. Now is time to break out the dragon pike. We're going to need it. And unfortunately, we don't have any other dragon-slaying weapons, but you want to keep that dragon pike for now, because you're going to need it. So basically, for this chapter, you want to bring an archer, preferably give them the boots, otherwise they'll have a tough time getting through the desert. A mage who can preferably use Shaver. Hopefully you want to probably bring Merrick with Excalibur too. And the dragon pike, and a good lance user who can use the dragon pike. You also want as many flying units as you can, because flyers are also unimpeded by the desert. Now, unlike in other deserts in the series, well, actually, here's the thing. Remember the previous desert chapter? There were no hidden items, which is a staple of the obligatory desert chapters in the FE series. And a lot of people were annoyed that the desert chapter in Shadow Dragon, which coincidentally was the same one we saw back in chapter 9 of this game, didn't have any treasures. This desert actually does, but we don't need to bring a thief, because in this game, characters always have a 100% chance of picking up hidden treasure, which I think is so convenient. In the previous games, thieves could always pick up treasure, but other characters only had a random chance of doing it. So you kind of needed to, get a bit of luck there. Except in Radiant Dawn, you kind of, in the Japanese version, you could have used this glitch if you cycle through the menus to increase your chances of picking up treasure. But at the moment, yeah. By the way, Katri is high enough level to use silver lances. Now is as good a time as any to break out the silver weapons. Of course, she also needs a javelin. That really ended up coming in handy. Anyway, now is as good a time as any to break out the silver weapons. You'll be facing some tough enemies, pretty much all of them being dragons. Remember that fire dragon we faced back in chapter 7? Yeah, that was preparing us for this. And, hell though, nothing can really prepare us for wyverns. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, hey, there weren't any support conversations in this chapter either. Funny thing that. Oh, the wyverns. Oh, the wyverns. Okay, right, now we're gonna have to sell the big bullion. And there's a good reason for that. You know how Jake's in this chapter? Well, remember, Jake's lover is Anna. What does Anna run? Yep, Anna runs the secret shops. It stands clear to reason that Anna will be out here on this map somewhere. So, we're gonna have to bring as much money as we can, and that silver card and, members card. But first, I didn't get a chance to do some drill grounds in the last chapter, so drill grounds time! Okay, who needs some experience? Ogman's really close to leveling up, so I might as well let him have a go. Again, remember, watch your weapons. You lose weapon durability in here, and one thing I did find out about this place, though, and I find it kind of amusing, if you have a weapon with one use left, and use it in an arena fight, that one use will last you the whole fight. It'll immediately break afterwards, but it's a good way to get extra use out of weapons that only have one use left. So, yeah, I find that pretty interesting. Right, he's leveled up. Now Narval probably needs another level up too, given that I don't think he leveled up in the last chapter, I can't quite remember. Anyway, yeah. So, we don't want to spend too much money though, because we're going to need money shortly. Like, yeah, I've probably already mentioned it, but, oh yeah, one thing. Anyway, yes, secret shop, secret say objet, if you will. I probably said that wrong. Anyway, right then, exactly where is this secret shop? Oh, you'll find out. We're about to summon it. No, anyway, we're certainly going to need to bring along the silver card and the members card. Oh, the VIP card. Why'd they change its name in this game? I don't know. Of course, we're going to give them both to a flyer. Because, yeah, they can cross the desert quickly and get to that secret shop. So, VIP card, silver card, remember to bring that silver card, unless you're playing on Looney mode, in which case, the silver card was replaced with the vulnerary. And the developers are like, yeah, they're trolling you. Also, by the way, notice when you press the lock-in or range button there, how massive the enemy attack ranges are. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Okay, see those wyverns? Yeah, you see those wyverns? Yep, they're going to be the bane of your existence. Hate them. Learn to hate them. Hate them like I do. You will learn to hate them seriously. Wyverns. Fortunately, in the course of this chapter, many wyverns are going to die a painful, horrible death. Because they deserve it. Believe me, they deserve it. I hate wyverns so much. Okay, right. Let's begin the chapter. And we have a theme here. This theme, I believe, is known as Foreign Otherworld. In the original Mystery of the Emblem, there was only one theme called Otherworld. This is kind of the theme of Anri's Way. Now, this is kind of interesting because now it's split into two versions. Foreign Otherworld and Scorching Otherworld. There's not much changes between them, you'll see later. But the one thing that's interesting, I'm not sure if it's gone into this bit now, but the organ part of this song, that wasn't there in the original Mystery of the Emblem. That was added for this version, and I think it's really nice. Gives a whole ominous thing to this place. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, so Anri went across this way to save Artemis and get the Falchion. And this conversation about Marth being grateful to those who offered to accompany him, note the he's not naming anyone in particular because yeah, that would require way too much dialogue space. But anyway, so apparently Marth, yeah, is Anri had to brave this alone. How he got past all those wyverns alone, I have no idea. But Marth's gonna do this with the super special awesome power of friendship. Unfortunately, we're gonna need a little more than friendship to get past wyverns. Okay, the first thing you should do is lock in the range of the nearest wyvern immediately. Notice how massive it is. Now, let me talk about wyverns a little bit. I hate them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. You probably already know that now. Let me tell you why I hate them. 1, wyverns are flying units, which means they're unimpeded by the desert, when you are. Secondly, wyverns have a movement range of 12 spaces. 12 freaking spaces. This is higher than anyone on your side can ever have. To put it in perspective, promoted Pegasus Knights and Paladins get 10 movements. Wyverns have 12. Oh, and it gets worse. Wyverns are, of course, dragons. And, being dragons, they hit like a freaking truck. They hit like more than a truck. They hit like a giant truck with rocket boosters and buzzsaws on it, chasing after a hedgehog that runs at the speed of sound. As you're about to see here, well, phew, we dodged that first one. Yes, wyverns for some reason actually aren't all that accurate though. But when they do hit you, you're going to be hurting. Yep. Ow. The Dragon Kite is of course effective against dragon enemies. You want to save that for here because you can use it to kill wyverns quickly. You want to kill wyverns quickly, trust me. So essentially, what you want to do is lure the wyverns one at a time. If you get 2 wyverns lured into your range at once, Lord help you, because you're going to die. Speaking of things that are going to die, that wyvern just got chunks of itself splattered across the desert. Yes! Thank you, wyvern. Thank you for dying so spectacularly. I hate you so much. Anyway, like you probably saw there, wyverns being flying units are weak to bows, so you want to bring archers if possible. Yeah, you really need archers here. If you're using reclassing, I'd actually recommend reclassing several people to archers too. In fact, an awful lot of people I've seen reclass Sirius to sniper for this map. But, seeing as Sirius is not naturally a sniper, I think that's out of character, so I'm not going to do it. Now, watch those wyverns' ranges. Whatever you do, do not get in range of 2 wyverns in the same turn, because if you do, you will die. You will die a horrible, painful, fiery death. Don't do that, trust me. Again, what you want to do is lure them one at a time and make sure that you have a mage or an archer as backup, ready to smash that wyvern into oblivion. Now, of course, you also got to watch out for the desert tribe. Sorry, I used the Japanese name there. Sand Clan. I actually like the localized name much, much better. Fortunately, though, the Sand Clansmen, as you see here, are nothing much. They're basically just small fry compared to the wyverns. They pretty much just, well, suck. They're essentially nothing more than cannon fodder. They have terrible accuracy, and they don't have particularly good weapons. Even the ones with killer axes hardly ever crit you. So really, you don't have to worry about the Sand Clan. They're kind of pathetic. And I mean really pathetic. As you'll see here. Yep, none of them have managed to hit me this turn. That's how pathetic the Sand Clan are. Again, they're just small fry. The wyverns are the real threat. Fortunately, if the other enemies on this map were any threat, this would be basically impossible. Which is exactly what happens on this map in Lunatic. On Lunatic mode, you don't even want to know what this chapter is like on Lunatic mode. Oh, that is just... The developers were complete sadists when they designed this chapter on Lunatic mode. Okay, essentially let me tell you a few things about this chapter on Lunatic mode. I've watched a couple of... Seriously? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 92%, and oh, that was Elrond's first attack too. He better do better after this, because otherwise... You better watch those hunters though, because your Pegasus Knights are not going to like them. Other than that though, yeah, again, lure these wyverns one at a time. I actually am equipping a javelin there, just because I really want Elrond to get a kill. Oh, he could have got a kill there too. Good thing Militia doesn't have to worry about falling behind in this chapter. Being a magic user, she's unimpeded by the desert, which is awesome. Also note, the other reason I hate wyverns so much, yes, there's another reason. Wyverns specialise in speed. They've got pretty decent speed stats by the stands at this point in the game. This means they're hard to double. At this point, really only Sheeta can double them. And secondly, well, if you're not careful, if you're slow, they can double you. If you get doubled by a wyvern, that is going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot, and you won't like that, because you will be ashes. Yeah, to being doubled by a wyvern, that is bad. So, anyway, basically, I hate wyverns. Alright, luring some more wyverns to their doom. Hey, the Sand Clan finally got a hit. First hit of the whole match. Yeah, they're not doing well. They're really not doing well. I hate you so much. Please die a horrible, painful death. I hate... Okay, yes, just a warning. This chapter is mostly going to be me ranting about how I hate wyverns. Because I do. I really hate them. Oh yeah, by the way, nice dodge, Sheeta. This chapter on Lunatic mode. I haven't played it myself. Because if I did, I'd probably be dead right now. But, oh, yeah. Okay, I've watched a couple of playthroughs, and it kind of works like this. Okay? On Lunatic mode, as I've mentioned, Dragon Breath is 1 to 2 range. This means that not only do the wyverns have ridiculous movement, they can snipe you from long range. They can also hit you where most units can't counterattack. This is really bloody annoying, as you can probably tell. Not only that, their stats are jacked up to the point where probably even Sheeta can't double them. Yay! Oh, and it gets even worse. For some reason on Lunatic mode, the developers thought, hey, this chapter wasn't annoying enough. Let's fill it with a bunch of extra Sword Masters. For some reason on Looney Mode, there are additional sword masters on this map, apart from that first one. And they have this tendency to, well, crit you a lot. Yeah. There's a good reason there are 3 save points on this map, believe me. On Lunatic Mode, prepare to be critted an awful lot by sword masters. See, look, even Ogma can't double these guys. Or can he? Well, this isn't technically doubling, but it's close enough. Again, though, Wyvern's accuracy isn't that great, but when they do hit, ow, it hurts. It really hurts. Okay, I think Ogma might be able to double them now, actually. Did he just max out speed before Narval did? That's weird. I've never seen him do that before. Fortunately, they'll start to diverge a bit once, once they both promote. But, speaking of which... actually, not speaking of which. Anyway, right, now I need to get Sirius down to the bottom corner of this map. Like I probably mentioned, there are hidden treasures in this desert, and anyone can find them. So since Sirius is down here, I actually don't know why I'm leaving the first route to get to this point, but since Sirius is here, I may as well, you know, have him go down here and pick up the treasure. The rest of the treasures we'll be finding on our way across the map. So there are quite a few of them. In fact, why don't I show the treasure map right now, considering that I'm just leaving the cursor here for some reason? Yar har matey, this be our treasure map, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk like that. Okay. Anyway, this is a map listing all the treasure locations in this desert. Credit to Serenade's Forest, but you can probably tell that just because it's in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see this properly. You might want to full screen the video. But basically, as you can see, the vast majority of the items here are stat boosters. But free stat boosters are always nice. But there are just 2 items you probably do want to keep in mind. As you can see there, down to the right-hand side of the map, the second one from the bottom is a lady sword. Yeah, it's quite easy to miss this extra lady sword. So far, that will mean 3 lady swords. The first one from Maris, and one here. I believe there's 1 more lady sword in the game, but this is the 3rd out of 4. Of course, by the time the last lady sword comes, your female will have been able to use silver swords and rendering it kind of moot, but still. Again, though, the lady sword would have been so much more useful if this was back in the original game, but I'll talk about that later. Anyway, that's one of the treasures you probably want to get. The other treasure that's really interesting is that one right in the very top right-hand corner of the map. If you can look closely, you'll notice that is an Elysian Whip. Yes, you can get Elysian Whips in this game outside of the online shop. In fact, an awful lot of items that were previously exclusive to the online shop are now available to anyone in the main story. This means that yes, in this game, you have access to Falco Knights even if you don't have access to Wi-Fi, which is pretty nice. There are, however, only 3 Elysian Whips in the game. This is the first one, and yeah, the first 2 are probably hard to find. The 3rd is very easy to find, but that comes the latest. This is the first one, so if you're a fan of Falco Knights, or you just want your Pegasi to stay Pegasi, you might like to pick this one up. So yeah, once again, remember, anyone can pick up treasure in this game. All you need to do is move to these particular spots. You'll also notice the secret shop is shown located on this map here, but I'll get to that a bit later. Anyway, you probably had enough of a look at this map, so I'll go back to the chapter. So, essentially, Sirius is going for the speed wing. Oh, and, whoa, that was good timing, actually. I didn't realise that I started the cursor right now, but, okay. Firstly, we gotta lure a wyvern. Yep, there's a wyvern where that treasure is, and that's not good. Wyverns in general are not good, and should be destroyed on sight. Oh, there's an awful lot of skulls around here. Probably the previous adventurers who tried to explore this desert and got burned to death by wyverns. Because, yeah, everyone who goes here gets burned to death by wyverns. Now, Sheeta's got to hightail it up to this subpart of the map, because, oh crap, we've got a wyvern coming. And here's what I said here. Yep, wyverns can double you if you're too slow. Ryan, you might want to work on that speed. Fortunately, Ryan... Sorry, I'm making Freudian slips with wyverns here. Anyway, Ryan has such good defense that he can take 2 hits from a wyvern, and wow, that's pretty amazing. Being a kid archer, I mean, tanking 2 shots for a wyvern, that's pretty amazing. Right though, that wyvern there started moving a little earlier than I would have wanted him to, and I started to panic here, because that was pretty freaky. Oh crap, wyvern, I hate wyverns. This is annoying. I've got 3 wyverns on me, okay, they've all got to die this turn, okay? Can I kill 3 wyverns this turn? Right. Is that a challenge? I think it is. Time for wyvern painful death. Come on, crit. Oh, that's it, killer bow, you're fired. You're fired, officially fired. That's it. Why is that killer bow being... Thank you, and I believe Ryan is not getting doubled by wyverns anymore. Yep, 13 is, Oh, so you crit? Well, the guy with the 9% critical crits, but the 33% critical killer bow doesn't crit. Now, that's just ridiculous. Oh, hey, wyverns have 0 luck. I didn't realize that before. Oh, come on! 2 guys in a row with 9% criticals crit, and yet the one guy with a 33% critical killer bow doesn't crit. What is up with the world today? Again, I just realized though, wyverns have 0 luck, which means you can crit them pretty easily. Yeah, we want to be careful though. We need to get rid of this guy right now. And I mean really right now. Good thing we can double with javelins, and good thing Catria's speed is high enough to double them too. Yeah, javelins kind of suck, but still. I mean, they can be decent if you've got good enough strength. Right, overkill time! Ha 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 ha, eat that! Okay, I believe that's 2 out of 3. No, 3 out of 3 actually. I forgot about Sirius's crit. Anyway, 3 wyverns down. All 3 down in 1 turn. There's another one there. So, we're gonna have to deal with a 4th. Whew, this is not good. This is not good at all. This is really not good. Okay. Right then. We are probably going to have to hit that save point soon. Fortunately, we're relatively in the clear as far as wyverns are concerned. We only have, what, like, there's only 1 we're in range of. There are still more wyverns to come, though. I hate these things! Okay, right, let's get him on scene, and we're going to need some healing soon. Yep, you're going to have to put that physics staff to good use, Militia. But she gets a bit of a workout from this, and she's going to be pretty close to promotion soon, actually. Everyone's going to be close to promotion soon, actually, and except Elrin, he's behind. But don't worry, he won't be behind for long. One thing you might have noticed about wyverns, they give an awful lot of experience. And that's a pretty good thing. Because, yeah, experience is very plentiful at this point. In general, dragons give an awful lot of experience, and, that is really awesome, because it helps you level up quickly, and it's especially good for people like Derek and Elrin, who start relatively low level for this point in the game. I'll stop standing on my save points. No, I already used one. Oh, crap! Yeah, I was not aware that wyvern started moving early. Would you take a look at that movement range? Just take a look at that movement range. See there on the map view on the top screen? Holy crap. And there's pretty much no way we're going to be able to protect Militia from him. If he gets to I don't even know. If he gets to Militia, she is going to burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn to the ground, burn to the ground. I hate wyverns. Okay, so, desperate measures. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and these certainly are desperate times. Right. Okay. Let's give that Dragon Pike over to Catria. Hopefully she'll have enough brute strength to take it down. Not quite a one-hit kill, but pretty close. Ha! Why? Or not. Phew, the game took pity on me. That was close. That could have ended really badly. Fortunately, though, then again, though, if I... that wyvern dropped an energy drop. Anyway, if I hadn't killed Ben, Merisu would have been able to finish the job with her Iron Lance. But anyway, phew, that was close. And wow, that was amazing though. The game actually, wow, the RNG was nice to me. I guess maybe, yeah, because Anna's on this map, she's taking pity on us. That was pretty close though. Crit die. And the save point is free, in case we need it. Hey, Fina can actually take... well, no, she can't. But she can do some pretty decent damage. Pole Axe. Interesting. Good thing Sirius stayed away from him. Yeah, there are a couple of effective weapons in this chapter, but really? Nah, nothing too major. Right, dance, not attack. I mean, she can do a pretty good job of attacking, but hey, she would have got this much experience from attacking anyway, so just do it by dancing. And again, strength. She gains strength pretty fast. Right then, I probably need to get rid of this guy though. Double crit! Yeah, nice one. You go, Nubble. You protect Fina there. What, that's 2 times you've saved her life. Oh dear, she's gonna have to try and think of some way to repay you, isn't she? That won't end well. Now there's only 2 wyverns left. There are, well, not including the boss. If you include the boss, there's 3 wyverns left. Fortunately, the boss doesn't move, which makes him so much more manageable. I mean, so much. You can just snipe that guy with arrows and magic, but I'm getting ahead of myself. 2 wyverns left out of the ones that actually move. And I want them dead. Too many, 2 wyverns is 2 wyverns too many. The only good wyvern is a dead wyvern, in my opinion. Well, actually, there is one type of good wyvern, but we won't be seeing that until, about chapter 14. Again, whoa, you hit with a 25%. Still, the Sand Clan is pretty pathetic. Again, like, they suck, really. What did I tell you? They suck. They can't hit you for crap. They can't hit you at all. Right then, time to get rid of these 3, and we're getting close to Jake. Elwyn probably needs to kill here. He can't quite double yet though, but that'll change soon. Oh dear. Don't want to waste my Shaver, that's being saved for wyverns. Don't want to waste my Thoron, because that's amazing. So I had to use Hellfire. Fortunately, that did pretty well, and hey, he's getting a lot of experience. Oh well, he got magic and speed, those are the 2 stats he mainly needs. Yeah, I guess he's mostly inferior to Merrick, but I mean, he can still do pretty well for what he does. And having Thor on at base is pretty nice. Still, Merrick with Excalibur pretty much one-shots wyverns, so Excalibur is a nice weapon to have here. You know, if I'd used an Arm Scroll on Elrond could actually use Excalibur by this point, but... Okay. There is a Sand Clansman there. He has an axe. Pegasus Knights don't like axes, but fortunately, we should probably be able to take him down like this. Nah, you can't even hit. With Weapon Triangle advantage. Yeah, the Sand Clan really suck. They're pathetic. But they... Oh, but the wyverns make up for it. Oh, they more than make up for it. I hate wyverns. Another crit. Again, you give me crits with 8%, you can't give me crits with 33%. What is up with you, RNG? What is up with you? Although I'm pretty sure by this point, that killer bow has a will of its own and hates me. Revenge of the demonic killer bow. The killer bow with a grudge against me. Anyway. Right, we should probably be hitting the save point right now. Next time, we'll be, going to the Equidse Opche, and recruiting a familiar face, and killing more wyverns. Yes, we need to kill more wyverns. Alright, no one's moving. No one's moving yet, so we can probably save pretty safely here. Right, see you next time!